Yeah, it says you are live. So we are live. I do.
We're live.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Okay. You know, we got off to a little bit of a rough start, but we're here now. um, yeah, thank you for coming on and reviving this for me. I was almost going to mothball this project.
What? Why?
I,
I like
I
everyone, like when everyone does doing the interviews and everything,
yeah,
like all the different interview channels. Like I watch those. So
you do. Yeah, I
yeah,
guess it's listenable too, right?
yeah, it is. I can just like pop it on. It's like a podcast. It's great.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just keep thinking people think it's boring, and I'm like, okay, we're done now.
No, we're not on Consume Last, Kelly.
I know, I know. And you even were you the one who said you were like, and you have a really easy time too if you're bringing on consume plays. Like, come on now, who's going to say no to that?
No one's none of us are gonna say no. like
Right? I'm so
like why are
nervous
you
with that.
scared to ask us? We're all like, yeah, sure, let's go.
Right, right. Decider freakouts, man.
Right.
I don't know if it's for everybody. You're a little pixelated. Oh, that you're better now. I don't know what
I
happened, but all of a sudden you're
oh
not pixelated.
maybe
I
I
think
was moving around too fast.
I think so. It is when you're moving around. It's funny. All right. So, let's roll the intro. Ready?
Let's
Uh,
go.
let's go.
Confronting Our Demons, the show where we talk about what makes us tick, especially the parts that may be scary to face. Initially, I'm inviting a guest on whose objective personality 512 type is opposite to mine in some way. That's because the top and bottom functions and animals in objective personality are called saviors and demons. My savior animals are blast and sleep, and my demon animals are consume and play. My guests will have consume and play, saviors, and blast and sleep demons. We'll have other opposites as well, and we'll likely have things in common too. Maybe in sharing how we function, we can learn a thing or two. Maybe we'll even find the cheat code to unlock God mode and reach our full potential. Probably not exactly. We all have our own roads to travel. I just want to have really interesting conversations that help us see each other and ourselves for who we truly are. If this works out the way I want it to, we're going to learn something and we're going to have some fun. I hope you stay for the ride and enjoy. And I'd really love to hear what things you've learned and what you want to learn next time and what was most fun for you. So let me know in the comments below. Let's get started. I have a really good guest on today.
Woo-hoo! Love being prepared. All right. So we are synced up, right? Like you can hear me as I'm talking.
Yes.
All right. Evan, he didn't blast it enough and I didn't consume it enough. And we took like a whole interview talking out of sync.
There'll always be the reminder.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with the slide and then we'll just get on to talking. We'll do the ST first and then we'll have some fun.
Sounds good.
Okay. So it's funny, you're very similar to Sheila type wise, but you're
Oh yeah,
observer.
we're only one coin off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we've both got that SF. Oh, hold on. Let me do the. I think because I did it as a share screen, I think can you see when I'm moving my mouse?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So, right. So we've got opposite double activated animals,
Mm-hmm.
opposite quadras, like all of our functions are like your introverted functions or my extroverted functions.
Yep.
An MBTI land, though, I'm an EJ and you're an EP.
Yes.
But I would think the biggest coin, right, OPS wise, is observer versus decider.
Sure.
Both energy dom. We're always
Yeah.
kind of just chilling. And,
Just chilling. Not really talking about much that matter. Let me stop. Sometimes we talk about things that matter.
Yeah, sometimes. And then we've both got the because
Masculine feeling. Is that right?
because our quadras are opposite, but our modalities are opposite. We got the masculine feeling and the masculine OI.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
In common. And then I always find this funny, like I always think of Old MacDonald, like E-I-E-I-I-E-I-E. Like the animal energy, right? Like I'm extroverted and then introverted and then extroverted and then introverted, and you're the opposite. Like you've got consume, which is introverted, and then play, which is extroverted, and then sleep,
okay.
and then blast. And I'm the other way around.
Yes, yes. Which I think makes us pretty balanced. I feel like we're both right in the middle for
Right.
the
On like that
extroversion,
curve.
introversion.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Exactly. It's not like all in, not
Yeah.
like a blast play over here, play blast.
Right. Right. Or
Um
sleep consume or anything. Yeah.
oh right. Yeah. The other side of that as well. But we're also like leading and double activated with the SF. Which will be interesting to talk about maybe at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I think what most people think of as SF is not SF blast. um, and but then you've got the double masculine NF sleep, which is interesting. I don't usually see that come out in you. I'd just be interested to hear about that. How you see your sleep. We haven't really.
Okay.
See, I guess we don't talk about things that matter. Or I'm not listening.
We've discussed enough sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about. I mean, I don't know if you were there or what, but it's
Probably.
been discussed. Like like DJ will be on and he'll be talking about stuff, and we'll be uh bonding over our double masculine sleep and stuff. It
Oh,
sounds
right.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and then we've got, oh my God, I have so many notifications coming up right now. I need to turn them off. And you've got double feminine play savior, which is fun.
I
That's why
do.
you're so chill.
Yeah,
Oh
probably.
yeah, and that's what you do too.
That's probably why.
Yeah, that and
Uh,
being an observer.
Both of those things, yeah. Makes
All
me
right.
very I think double feminine ST play is very easy to work with.
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, because you can make it work in the physical world, but then you
Oh,
let
can
me
I?
stop.
Let me stop. Can I?
I don't know the way you talk about sometimes like getting that nursery in order. Yeah, so why'd you agree to come on?
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, this is the answer. Why
I
not?
mean, yeah, like come talk to a friend about myself. Great. Sounds fantastic. Like,
Aw, I have
yeah.
such a hard time with the word friend. I don't know why I'm so weird about the word friend. I feel like
We're like friends, Kelly. I mean, we're not like besties, but we're friends.
okay.
Like at this point,
Oh,
like.
yay. All right, I'm gonna learn to be okay with that word.
I mean, we make the joke. I always make the joke that I don't have no friends, right? Like,
right?
no
Well,
IRL friends.
yeah. IRL friends are really difficult. Why do you find IRL friends difficult?
I'm picky.
Oh,
I
picky.
think that's kind of that's what I've narrowed down to. I don't know if how very serious I am about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that word, like I don't know if I'm like like like, but I think that's not inaccurate. It's like
Yeah.
I don't want to be friends with everybody. I just want to be like I want that like special connection,
Yeah, no, I get you. I also like I can't, and that's interesting too, right? Like they talk about how like the whole extroverted like to go to the party, you don't necessarily, maybe that's the middle ground thing. Yeah, like I like that connection as well, right? Like I don't want to just like we go in and like to a faceless group of people, right? Like I want to actually like hang out and really enjoy myself.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I can be there are levels, right? Like it's just it's so when I say I don't have friends, I do. Like I have people that I talk to and hang out with. Not really hang out with, but like, that I can possibly hang out with,
Right, but you're not like
It's kind
itching
of
to
like
go out with.
I kind of choose to not, because it's like I don't really want to just hang out with anybody.
Right,
It's like
right.
I don't want to just hang out with you. Like I want like someone who I know is like gonna be in my corner, who I jive with, who is
Yeah. What would be
Yeah.
your like? What would be like a really fun day for you if you were gonna like hang out with a friend?
A fun day.
Or like what's your ideal day? Like, or what's your ideal like hangout? Like going to the diner, going bowling. Like, what do you?
I mean, anything and everything, all of the
Okay.
above.
Okay. Yeah, you just have
Like
to jive
someone
with
I
the
can
person.
literally do anything with.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah,
That's hard
yeah,
to find.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I skipped this, and I skipped this question.
I just started talking, so it's fine.
That's fine. This is why this is so easy to fill up an hour. Um, why? But what were you? I always like to ask, like, what are you hoping to get out of this? Like,
Oh, man, just a fun conversation. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I feel like I feel like I know my parts. I'm not gonna say that I know your parts as well. I mean, I'm sure I know
yeah,
mine better than I know yours.
yeah,
So, but I've talked to you enough where it's like you're not a complete mystery. So, I mean,
right,
I think it'll be cool just seeing how we jive and seeing,
yeah, yeah.
just
Especially when we're
OPS
talking about.
conversation, man.
I know it's so cool.
Yeah.
So, I know too, like you and I even like I tried to start to type you, and then I was like, no, this is too obvious, and I didn't end up finishing typing you, and then you came back with ESFP, and I was like, hey, oh my
Right.
god, and you felt the same way too. You're like, why did I even get typed? I knew this was who I was.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
is
It's just
that
like
like how?
I didn't feel like I needed to get typed.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But how did you like how like long into how far into OP were you before you kind of like realized like where you were on like the 512?
Um, well, okay. So what do you mean? Like, you mean specifically like my specific guess for myself?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
or are you
Or
just like
any parts that
generalized
are
like because like going into OPS, I was kind
yeah.
of under the assumption that I was an ESFP because I thought I was an ESFP and MBTI.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Interesting. And you did know
So
MBTI before finding OPS.
yeah, I knew MBTI well enough. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So going into OPS, I was like, I wonder if I'm still I wonder if I'm an ESFP. I'm an ESFP and MBTI. I'm probably, like, I wonder how
Right.
different it is. You know what I mean? And you
Right.
start making comparisons and contrasting, and like, I'm probably still an ESFP. But it was interesting learning the animals. Like that was, I think maybe more fun for me because that was the very new information.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was just like, well, if I resonated with ESFP and MBTI, right, where like not a lot of people do because of like they can't see past the stereotypes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then I was just like, more than likely in this system, I'm going to be like a standard ESFP because they have like the scale of like
Mm-hmm.
you know do you know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
scale,
yeah. Laura
like
even made one, right?
where you fit within, like they have like, okay, this is MBTI ESFP, but this is
Mm-hmm.
like the scale of ESFP goes, it's like for all the types.
Yeah.
So I figured
Yeah.
I was
After
probably like right in the middle, and I am. So
right, gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I'm skewed a little bit because I'm basically, I always say, like, I'm basically like an IJ, but with people problems
mm.
because I've got that sleep savior. So I've got like the double activated SI,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
So,
that makes
like,
sense.
yeah. And
And
the
I imagine
renewal,
a lot of ESFJs probably aren't double masculine. I don't know.
yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So you
Kathy
probably
Bates
come up a little
everywhere.
bit different. Yeah. Because I think a lot of people
Exactly.
thought you were TE, right?
A
Or
lot of people thought
I
I was
did
TE.
anyway. I
You
thought you were
did? You
TE.
did?
Hmm.
Well, I take it as a compliment
Yeah. Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
like,
'Cause
yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
like if they're not seeing specifically that, like your function is like, okay, well maybe I've done some growth and that's why you're seeing me different or something like
Right,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
It's like, oh,
I
you think I'm
don't think
something
that
different? Nice.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Going into some shadow functions. I don't think that's what it is, though. I think that from what I've heard from people, and I think that it's the double masculine blast. People don't usually associate that more with thinking.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm in some like alpha state.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a ton of masculine FEs in the community.
Yeah.
So it was just, something new that people weren't really used to seeing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. There's some, but a lot of them are demon FE.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I mean, I wasn't really counting those. So,
right. Savior.
I was thinking saviors. Yeah.
It was really cool when. Well, anyway, I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you. Okay. Oh yeah. So tell me, how did you were into MBTI? You thought you were an ESFP. How did you even find OP?
So through Joyce Ming's channel.
Oh yeah, she's good.
And the funny thing was, I had not really been thinking or anything. I mean, I really hadn't been like in the MBTI community in a while. So basically, I was into MBTI, right? Like talking to people, doing things, blah blah blah, and then like life happens, or I don't know, maybe it got old, whatever. But I kind of was like not really, doing that, researching whatever anymore. Just living life. And then I had kind of went into a group that I had used to frequent around MBTI. It was, when was this? I don't know. It was like April 2021.
Okay.
Just randomly was like, I wonder if this group is still active. And I had went in there and someone was there and they were talking about Joyce Ming. And the funny thing is I had never seen her channel because when I had left MBTI, not that I left MBTI, but when I had, left MBTI, she hadn't had her channel active yet, or I didn't know about it. So I was like, oh, who's this person? And I went to, consume, and she had all these people on talking about, I'm consume, play, blah, 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 giving their OPS code. And I was like, what is OPS? What is objective personality? Like, I had no idea what it was, but all these people, like, I think Ikram was on there, and there's some other people on there, like, giving their OPS code. Sheila was on there. And I was just like, oh, I need to know. So I had to find out. And I dug into the internet until I figured it out. So by the time I joined the class, I pretty much had a okay understanding of the system before I joined the class. But there just wasn't enough information out there, I've watched a lot of interviews. It's all over the place. Yeah, it just makes it so difficult, man. Like, so
I know.
hard.
Even if you go on to the site, right? So like I was signed up like in 2018. And I binged it for a little bit. But then I got out of it. And I did not get as far as the animals were like, I was like, okay, I really got the modalities. I understood the functions, but like the animals, was like,
the animals is really hard to find information on. I think Benjamin has a little bit of an informative video about them. I mean, this is before Gray was putting out her videos like a lot. You know what I mean? She really didn't. I mean, she had some videos. Lijo had some videos out that were useful. I wish I knew about the 9 show back then. I never really stumbled onto them.
Oh, the 9 or the knife?
9, the NINE.
Yeah. Odoms, right?
Yeah. And so these are the people that I learned OPS from, and just watching a ton of interviews on Ben's channel and like kind of figuring it out for myself. And yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't really. I had to finally get like I had to finally put a spreadsheet together and start playing around with it in the spreadsheet until I started really understanding it. And then I was like, and oh my God, as I'm thinking this, I'm like, oh my gosh, this was like sleep and then play before I could actually consume. Because I'm like, once I did that, and they were like talking in videos about the community. I was like, where is this community? What did you say?
I said that too. Yeah, I heard about the community a little bit, but I mean, I wasn't like harping on it. It was more just like, okay, I did the consume. I feel like I understand the system. Let's go test myself with the tribe, right? So I was doing the consume, and then I had to do the play, right? I was just like, okay, time to go see if I actually know what I'm talking about. And I went and I joined the Facebook group. I assumed that there would be one, right? I found the group on Facebook, and then literally like the day or like within 2 days, Ian had posted something about the Discord, and I was just like, "Oh, there's a Discord? Like, okay, let's do that, right?" So joined that and full in.
Exactly. A similar thing happened that like Janet posted about it was one of the class discussions, and I was like, "Oh, how do you get in? And are you allowed to just listen in?" And like, and I wasn't expecting her to like approve me right away, but she approved me right away. And I was like, oh, you're lovely. But like, it was still like, I have to like sit back for a minute before like jumping in. Cause I'm like, what's appropriate?
I wanted to sit back and consume, but no, Ian had to stop. I don't know if you've heard the story, but Ian had to call me out. Okay.
What happened?
So then no. I literally joined the Discord. Found people are in the voice chat. Like, oh, that's fun. Let's join. So I'm in there. I'm my mic is off, and literally all he said was like, "Oh, hey JayCee" or something. Like he was just saying hi or whatever. And then I felt called out. Like, oh damn! Like now I have to like turn on my mic and talk. Like so I said something saucy to him. Like. Something like, I don't know what I said to him, but something that was, spicy. And he keeps, so now he keeps making mention of it like, oh, she got some,
Oh, because the first thing you said to him was like spicy.
Yeah. It was like the first thing I said to him.
I think it's funny that like somebody says hello to you and you're like, oh, guess I have to unmute my mic now. I'd be like in the chat going, like just the wave emoji. I wouldn't like that would not be an invitation to come up and
I just wanted to listen and see what they were talking about. Maybe see who was, I didn't know nobody.
Right. Oh, that's funny. I forget how long I was listening. Well, I listened in on the class, and I forget which class it was that I first listened in on. Actually, by the end of it, I realized that there was actually a chat that went along with the voice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it felt so awkward to like not talk, but like, I asked if it was allowed that you don't talk, and it was allowed. So
I got DE permission.
I did
it. Okay.
So silly. Am I allowed to not talk? Am I allowed to consume?
Oh yeah, right. Oh wow.
I'm dead. Anyway, yeah, it was Daryl who got me first talking about it. Yeah, and then you were in the Discord, and then do you get you're on the Discord a lot. Do you do the Facebook thing a lot still too, or
no?
Yeah. Oh,
Facebook
sorry. Should I not have said that you're on the Discord a lot?
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, I don't really like Facebook like that.
Yeah.
It's cumbersome.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of stuff, and I'm like, that's how I feel about Facebook.
Yeah.
So I only go in there like when someone mentions something. They're like, "Oh, did you see on Facebook? Blah blah blah," and then I'll be like, "Oh, let me go look and check in the group and see if what they're talking about."
Yeah. I really enjoy the meme group. Are you in the meme group
on Facebook? No.
Yeah, it's funny. I like that one. Yeah, it's too all over the place, and it's got. I don't know. I don't feel like fruitful discussions happen there.
Yeah.
I actually left the Facebook.
It's so unorganized and like, yeah, that's just how I feel about it. It's hard to kind of navigate, and I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel that way about Facebook in general. Like, I'm just not a fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to be once upon a time, back when it was popular.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
are you still so after getting your type back, right? And after talking to everybody, has your life been enriched in any way, or are you looking at things through a different lens, or are you just like, that's cool?
I mean, I can see things through my OPS type, right?
Yeah.
I can be like, oh wow, like I just said that and it's so, reminiscent of my type, or, oh, I'm thinking this and, that's, very blaster of me, like I can see those things through an OPS lens, but as far as like huge changes to my actual life, no. Not to say that things won't happen. I don't think knowing my code wasn't really what I needed. It's kind of like I said, I was very close. I was only one coin off as far as my guess for myself. I already knew all of this. My guess was audio, me.
Oh, audio.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have been surprised with audio.
Yeah, I thought I was Carl. Yeah, I like, it's like I kind of already know things that I need to work on, like, and so knowing my code doesn't change the same things that I need to work on,
Yeah. Did it give you any sort of a way out, or like, did it give you?
It gave me a vocabulary and an awesome friend group, or like people to talk to about it.
Right.
It gave me a community, really.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So do you find? How do you see then, like, your like the blast last, or even like the introvert or intuition last, like? How in knowing what your problems are, how do you see that those manifest as blessed last or NI last?
Can you ask that question again?
Yeah. Like, how are you seeing your problems manifesting, or how are you seeing it through the lens of like blessed last or NI last?
Man.
Or like, what's one of your problems? And then as you're saying it, does it sound like?
Yeah, just like, I don't know, doing anything. Like, the whole getting started shit. Like, sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to curse on here.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not trying to be here for kindergartners.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get spicy.
Procrastination. I feel like anytime anything is actually important to me, I get stuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Like, what do you mean by important?
Like observer things, not things like physical things like life path things. Life path is really hard for me. Narrowing, trying to figure out, like, decide what I want to do as far as like career, or big questions, like, big life decisions, like where am I going to live, I don't know, where am I gonna, like anything that's going to take up, a large portion of your waking hours type of thing. It's just like, it's just kind of hard for me to not figure out, but it's hard for me to come to a conclusion on. Like, there are a lot of things that I know that I like would like to do, and I haven't even attempted, and it's just like, why? What is wrong with you? Like, do it. Just do, like, there's no reason. I want to write a book. Have I started? Nope. Nothing. Like, and it's something that I've said I wanted to do since high school. And it's just like, and like, so that's the thing, is like, these things don't change. The same list of things that I wanted to do in high school is almost the same as the list of things that I want to do now.
Really?
And I have not started on them.
Like,
Any
what
of
would be,
them.
what would, whoa.
Yeah.
What would the book be about? Like,
Well, I don't
would you
know.
know
That's
what
probably
the
why I
book is
haven't
about?
started. Well, see,
Okay.
I have ideas. I have ideas, but I haven't narrowed on that either.
Got it. What would be the worst thing that would happen if you narrowed down on an idea for the book?
Nothing would be bad about narrowing down on the book.
Yeah.
I mean, you want my excuses?
Yeah, let's start with the excuses.
I don't have time. I'm too tired. You know, I don't think about it, man. I come home and I don't think about, like, the things that I want to do in that way. It's like, I go to work. It's just, I'm fucking, like, stuck in the rat race, you know?
Yeah.
Just go to work, come home, chores, sleep, done, and then repeat, like, rinse and repeat. It's like, I can't even think, like, going to the gym is hard, man. Like, I do, but, like, just even being able to get that little bitty thing in, you know, twice a week, once a week, it's just like I'm working all the time. That's what it feels like. It feels like and maybe it's like the energy dom. Like, I just feel like I'm working all the time. I don't feel like I have time for anything else.
Yeah.
And a part of me feels like, man, you know, if I wasn't working, if I didn't have to work, I would be doing these things. A part of me feels that. I don't know if it's really true, but I tell myself that. Like,
right. Like, if you won the lottery, you would definitely start writing your book.
Oh yeah. Or
Right?
I would get music. I would do music. I would get music lessons. I would. I mean, you know, I'd go back to taking lessons, and I'd learn how to play guitar, and, you know, because that's something I always want. I have a guitar sitting in my room, looking at me.
Right.
It's just
looking at
me.
you. Just sitting there taunting you.
Yeah. So, you know, yeah, there's a lot of things that I feel like I would do if I, you know, had the time and the means and the money and the whatever. But I don't know that I don't think that's it, though, right? I think that that's a large part of it, but I also think that it's partly just me being, you know, like, stuck. But I do think that some of these things would become some of it, not all of it. I think it would take time. I think I would be slow still, but I do think some of these things would, at least I would be able to start on them if I had a lot of time to really devote to it.
Right. I hear you. There's two ways I want to go with this, but first I just want to say it's fascinating that you're saying all of that, because so much of that I resonate with, right? Like,
oh yeah,
same thing. Like, and I wonder if it is an energy dom thing, or something I've been contemplating lately is, like, I wonder if it's a human thing that, like, it just shows in the last animal, right? Like, everything you said, you could say it as a blast because you can't get started. But if I said it, you would say it's, I'm not you, but, like, one might say that, like, who's calling me? It's an unknown number. I'm not answering it. The irony's not lost on me. But, like, if I were to say it, which I do, right? It's more of it comes from like, the why of it is more of a not having time for myself, right? Like, not doing for myself.
I mean, that too.
Right.
Not sleeping and not blasting.
Right. Oh, and I wonder if that's part of it too, because you do, right? Because we have those. It's not like we're all in on the tribe versus self, right? We both have, like, tribe and self in both of our saviors.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Which there is, I think, something to that. It almost feels like energy ish in a way, right?
Yeah. I mean, our things are literally exactly opposite. So blast and then sleep and then play and
Right.
so yeah.
Oh yeah, like completely reversed.
I'm like
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just be in the middle.
blast and then play and then sleep and then
Right. Exactly. What about
yeah.
that? Like, you must, like, for me, like, I'm blasting and then I sleep and then I'm back up to the play again. Yours I'm slightly jealous of, except for I wonder if like your play is like you're consuming, and then you're playing, and then all of a sudden, like, you can't go to sleep because you're so high up that it would be such a drop. Or you get to the sleep pretty easily. Especially because it's masculine.
I would say that my sleep is unintentional.
Mm-hmm.
It's eventually my body's just like I have to sleep, literally, and also process like both ways.
Right.
Like eventually, it's just like whenever I am by myself and my phone isn't in my hand, it's like you need to do this more often, but I don't.
Right. Oh, yeah, even like I even feel better when I'm meditating more, but like I don't do it enough. I don't even know why. Like I sleep better. I fall asleep if I just like put on like a guided hypnosis.
Yeah.
Oh, Lorraine's here. Hi, Lorraine. We love you.
Hey, Lorraine.
Anyway, yeah, like if I do a guided hypnosis, it's like I can fall asleep so easily. Why don't I do it more often? And I'm sleep savior.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting how you had said that, and I feel like it's like, especially for perpetuity, anybody listening to this, right? Like, when you're hearing JayCee talk about this, like it's not necessarily just a blast list thing. It's not just a can't get started thing, right?
Yeah.
I wonder even if like a sleep blast would say like it's like I can't process for myself thing. Like it's like we all procrastinate, but for different reasons, right?
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, I
think
can't hear you. Can you hear me?
yes.
You can hear me? All right, give
Yeah.
me just
Can
a
you hear
second
me?
because
Oh, that's weird.
something happened. Here we go.
Hello. Can you hear me? No.
Why is my microphone going there? Speakerphone. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear
Can
me?
you hear me?
No. You can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Can you try speaking?
Hello.
I can't hear you still. Why can't I hear you?
Hello.
Still, Lorraine's not watching anymore. I should have asked while Lorraine was watching. Oh, shoot. Okay, hang on.
I don't like the technical issues. Okay.
Can you try saying something?
Hello.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
I'm starting to hear you.
Starting to.
Oh, are you singing?
Turn up. I was saying hello.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, here we go. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Do I look out of sync to you?
Speak?
Hello?
Yeah, no, you're fine.
We're not out of sync?
No, we're fine.
Okay, you're out of sync for me a little bit. The
Oh
Evan thing is
no.
happening all over again. Hang on. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, we're gonna try this. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Am I coming like really late?
Yeah,
Oh
you're
no.
coming really late. Oh shoot.
Because I see you when you respond to me, it's like way after I speak.
Oh, and
Not
now I'm
way
seeing
after, but
Lorraine's.
after.
Yeah. All right. So what happened here? What happened? We've been hacked.
I don't know, man.
Oh, say
It was
something again.
fine. It was
It's fine
literally
now.
fine.
You're speaking as
Oh,
you're speaking.
oh, fantastic.
We're back. We're back.
We're
Thank
back.
you, Lorraine. Your magic worked. Thank you. I'm gonna keep that up as a. Okay.
Lorraine is our lucky charm.
Yes. Thank you. All right. What were we talking about? Something really.
Man, you were blasting about like you were turning everything I said into some life lesson.
Can't help it. I can't help it.
No. You were
Yeah.
saying something about I guess like how people will blame their procrastination on different things, like whatever their code is. It could be for whatever reason, not just blast. It might be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm trying to spread the word that like blast lasters aren't the only ones who procrastinate, and consume lasters aren't the only ones who don't listen.
Oh no, I can definitely just not listen. Mm-mm.
Right.
As a lead
But
to consume, if you're talking about something I don't care about, because I have FI in my consume, right?
right. You're like, I
Like
just don't like
completely,
it. Goodbye.
right? Or I'll just ignore you, or well, if we're in person, I'll find some fancy way to be like, I gotta go.
Right.
Go. Please stop talking.
It's easy when you're in a voice chat. You can just like, oops, my phone died.
I mean, or something. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Yeah. So like when it comes to I want to get back to though like your book that you want to write, or
Oh
the music that you
no,
want to
no, you
do.
don't.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to
okay.
talk about it. No, you don't want to talk about it.
No, it's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, I said book as an example. I mean, I do want to write a book, but it was more like, I don't know. It's like not real yet. I think that's what it is. That's why.
It's just sort of an idea that floated out there that you're hanging on to. Or is that an excuse? What's real, JayCee?
I don't know. The music thing is more real to me than
The
the
music
book
thing?
thing. Yeah.
The guitar
Let's
that's
talk about
taunting you.
music.
Do you
The
even know how
guitar
to play?
haunting me. The guitar? No.
Yeah. No? You have
Piano?
a
A little
beautiful
bit.
voice.
Thank you. I majored in
Yeah.
music in college.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at
So
this.
I did learn a little bit. You would totally buy my book, Lorraine. Mm. Would that just be for support though? Like, would you read it?
No. But
Would
we
you
want to
want
see
to read it?
you in a concert first. So what you would do, you would learn guitar and then you'd sing with the guitar?
I would, yeah, sing with my guitar, teach myself songs, maybe start writing songs. I don't know.
Yes. Look.
You're being honest. I didn't say you were lying. I didn't say you were lying. Buy my book, sure. But would you read it? Would you like it? Would you? I don't even know what it would be about, so I can't even tell you. I can't even, like, what are you buying? I have no idea.
We don't know. We just want to eat it up, whatever you
Oh
have
my
to offer.
goodness. I always wanted to write a novel, like the ones that I read, because I read a lot of novels, right?
What kind of like what kind of story arcs or what kind of subjects?
Like young adult fiction.
Oh,
Like,
perfect.
you know. Every story I read is The Hunger Games. That's the
Right.
NI. Every story, they're all divergent. They're all The Hunger Games. They're all the same. Some
Right.
post-apocalyptic society, some hero or heroine trying to do something that, to
Against
save.
all odds.
Right, against all odds.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And they're nobody believes in them, and like,
Yes.
yeah,
That.
yeah,
So
exactly.
that's what I read most of the time.
Right.
So that's probably
They're
what
either too
that's.
young or too whatever. Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
write a book about this wonderful singer who never got a chance to learn guitar.
I'm done. That doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound um adventurous or see, this is the thing, right? It's like my life, I should want it to be more like the novel, more like the
Right.
book.
Right.
But it's
No,
not.
that's
My life is a
escapism.
boring
You want the
story.
book to be something not your life. You're living your life. Don't.
My life
Ugh.
is a boring story, but that's
Oh,
okay.
you need to change that.
I know. I know. I need to do things, make it more fun.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so I'm gonna bug you about this now that I didn't realize that before that you
You're
have
gonna
this
bug me
guitar.
about the
Yeah,
book?
no, about the guitar. You said the
About the
music is more
guitar?
exciting to you. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah. So
Let's just
what's
mess up the
stopping you? It's just time, means, and money is what's. Well, what money do you need to start learning that guitar?
I don't need any money to start learning the
You
guitar.
just need time.
Time and like willpower, whatever. Does willpower fit into sleep? In my mind, it does.
Yeah,
It's like, I know sleep is supposed to be like processing, but I'm thinking of it as like rules for self. Like,
yeah,
if I could come home every day and just practice for 15 minutes, right? But it's
yeah.
like,
I don't know. I don't know that sleep is rules for self because I'm, you know,
no.
I still can't exercise 5 minutes a day. I'm really trying to get that in my head. I got to do that thing where I'm just sitting and staring at my, stretching thing. Like just sit down for 5 minutes, you
Every
know.
time you go to the bathroom, do 10 squats.
Okay. Okay.
I know.
Somebody
I
mentioned
don't
that they were
actually
doing
do
squats.
it, but it's a really good thing to try to do. Yeah.
That's a good tip. I guess somebody
Yeah.
said they were doing squats as they were folding the laundry. And I was like, well, that'd be easy if I folded the laundry.
Right. Right. I don't fold
I
laundry
don't,
either. So I live out my laundry basket.
we talked about this.
We did.
I was
We
like, why
did.
does this bother you? Is it bothering anybody? Are you fine with it? You're like,
Well, no, it's not bothering anyone right now, but like if I had people around, I wouldn't want to live out my laundry basket.
yeah, I hear you.
It's like
I hear you.
because I live by myself, I let myself be, whatever, because I don't care. But
Uh-huh.
like I feel like if I had, husband and kids, I would want to, straighten
Right,
up.
right. So it's like you have to develop the habit now, right?
Yes. See, that's it. It's like I want to be that now so that those things can come.
Right, 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 right. But what if you focused on your music and you became rich and famous and you could, you know, pay somebody to do your laundry?
I mean, that would be nice. Being able to pay someone to do anything would be nice.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I want to see you on America's Got Talent
America's Got Talent.
or whatever, or The
Mm,
Voice, something.
mm.
You
The
gotta
Voice is worst. The worst in
just
my mind. No one
or
in The
start.
Voice has actually gone on to like
Oh,
actually be famous.
oh.
Just
Well, then
I
just
don't
start a
think.
YouTube channel. Start singing and doing your guitar on a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
what I
just
wanted to
blast.
do.
Easy peasy.
That's what I wanted to do. Kind of was. I mean, I don't play enough guitar to actually play it in front of people, right? Like,
Mm,
um, if I had a keyboard or something, maybe like I'm a little bit better
mm-hmm.
than I am at guitar because I did take like piano lessons a little bit, like in college, because I had to for my major.
Right. As a music major, I would think.
Right.
Yeah.
But what am I saying? Yeah, like there are people out there doing like covers and like with just like a karaoke track. And like I was trying to kind of do that, and man, I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I don't have a laptop. So it's like I can't even begin to try to edit, right? It's like I can, like there are apps, but man, it's like difficult. And then like I don't really mind recording on my phone, but like man, a camera would be nice, you know?
Right. Well, you need to just like set up like a
I don't really mind recording with my phone, but a laptop that would
right
really help. Yeah,
but like
for
I
real.
know a lot of people that I watch, they say like, oh, here's my, whatever Patreon or whatever they call it, like where they, where you can send them money, and
Oh,
and and like, hey guys, you want to hear more of my songs? I'd really like a computer so I can edit these things.
I'm done. See, because then I'm like devoting myself to actually do it, because like once the tribe is involved, then I have committed myself.
Oh, and that's narrowing down, isn't it?
It's not that at that point it's not about narrowing as much as it is about obligation.
Oh.
Like if someone is paying to help me to do something, then I'm like,
You have
damn, I
to
have
do
to
it.
do that.
Oh
I
shit.
have to do it.
Yeah.
It's like I can't like be like, oh, I'm tired, right? Like my excuses don't work anymore,
Well,
right?
that's a good
but
thing
like
though,
sometimes
right?
I really am tired.
I know. Like today, I was like, if you're too tired, we can just skip this today. I'm glad we pushed forward though.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
But is that a bad thing though? If it's something you want to do, is it bad to have the obligation if it's actually in your FI?
it's hard. Like I don't know. It's hard to have like, what am I trying to say? I feel like I will fail. Like if I actually it's like I don't trust myself to actually do it.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the deep
Why?
Because I've never done it. All this time I still haven't done it. I'm seeing my pattern and I'm going, what says that you're going to do it this time?
You. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm almost stopped
said
being
that
so.
last time, and the time before that, and the time before that.
Right. But now you're obligated because people have helped you buy a laptop.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess.
Is it really bad to disappoint people? Like the obligation is like, and then if you don't blast, like it's like really, really bad.
Yeah, I really don't want. Yeah, I don't want to be. I mean, it for small things, it's fine, right? Where it's like, if I need to get somewhere on time and I know that someone is waiting for me, then I'm much more likely to, you know what I mean, to do what I need to do to get there on time, right? Like that's something I struggle with. But like if I know that it's like you have to, or if it's like someone is picking me up for something, right? Then it's like, okay, I will do it. It's much easier for me to clean my apartment when I know someone's coming over, right? Like, so like doing things for other people, yeah, it's I try to not be the person doing things for other people because it drains me a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
I could see it on your face. Drain.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's draining.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Doing for
even
things
like
for people is draining.
it is. Doing things for myself, it's not as draining. It's like I don't want to do it, but then if I do it, I feel good about it after. Whereas
Mm.
like doing things for other people, it's not the same satisfaction.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If that makes me selfish, I'm sorry. It's just the truth.
No, I don't think it does. I think it's interesting because you're really stuck, right? You're really, really stuck there. I'd love to see you do the music thing, you know? It's that other things have to happen first, right? I get that. I feel that, you know, it's like, well, you know,
It's like, yeah, it's yeah, it's I don't know,
really,
man.
really curious
Like,
if info
okay,
dumps
you
have this
understand.
problem.
This is my observer issue. This is like the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this
Oof.
is like this is my type. Like
Right,
this is why it was so easy for me to be like, yeah, I'm this type. Like
right, right, right. Because there's no way that you don't freak out about this whole life path thing. You're
yeah,
like,
and like
you
even
gotta.
talking about it right now, I'm like, can we
Yeah,
move
yeah,
on?
yeah, yeah. Hey, I meant to have you ask me questions. You ask me some
What?
questions. Let's chill this out a minute. We're
Oh,
digging too
I
deep.
did
Let's.
prepare any questions for you, Kelly. um
Well, let's see. We're just about at the hour mark. So let's see. What you know, it's funny whenever I do an interview with like people like that I'm interviewing to like come work for me, the last question, and it's my favorite question to ask,
oh.
is 5 minutes from now we're gonna be off this interview and you're gonna wish that you asked me something, you know, and I was like, I am going to give you that opportunity to ask me now. And not that I'm asking you to do that. I'm not hiring you. But like
Right.
it's really neat to see how oh, Amanda's here too. Oh, and Nat. Oh, oh, Amanda has a TE tip here.
Try putting the limits on your obligations to start with. Like if people donate money for a laptop, I'll produce at least 5 songs with this, and then I'll give myself a break, decide if I want to
Oh,
keep going.
oh, that's really good.
Hmm. Yeah, makes sense.
All right, but we're moving on because you didn't want to talk about it anymore. But I wanted to make sure you
Ah,
saw that TE tip. Um,
that's fine.
um, yeah, yeah, it's really neat seeing how people react to that question because it's like some people are like, "No, I'm fine," and I'm like, "Okay, I don't like you. You didn't even think about it."
What if they're? I mean,
I know it's
uh,
really bad. I'm really make a judgment there.
what if they ask you things during the interview?
That's fine. I want to. It's mostly about how quickly they react to that question, right? Like how
Um,
contemplative are they about it? And I don't know what that says about me. Like,
you
what
want
am I
them to
looking for
actually
there?
sit and think about it.
I want to give them a chance to think about it. Yeah, I want to see if they'll slow down and think about it for a minute. Maybe I'm seeing if they have sleep.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah. So, what do you think is next on the horizon for you, observer? That's such an
Um,
unfair question.
I mean, as far as what? As,
Like, you know, like you were in MBTI and then you got into OPS, or you like, you know, and then now you
oh,
got some new internet friends, and like,
oh,
do you like
okay.
where are you going? Where do you go from
Well,
here? You know, there's
I mean, I've been doing the celebrity typings.
oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. Okay.
I don't know what I'm actually trying to do with it, but it's been fun.
Yeah. Do you find that you're able to
Um,
type people easily
mm,
and or accurately comparatively to what Dave and Shan get?
mm. I'm still looking for the pattern.
Mm.
I got Jamie Lima.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And I was one off on Celine. I didn't know she was exactly me. I thought she was any.
Mm-hmm.
So double feminine in EFI. So one off for her.
Yeah. Oh, she turned out to be exactly you? I had forgotten. Wow, interesting. No wonder. You are such a good singer. New anecdote.
I'm done. I suppose. I mean, but anyone can have a good voice, and
Yeah,
like
you're
there
right.
are so many singers who are not this type.
It's
Like,
true. Yeah, it's like being a mom.
yeah, it is. Anyone can be. I mean,
Oh,
anyone can be mom.
is that one of the reasons you thought maybe you were audio? Because of the music thing? Or no? You just thought you had masculine sensory?
To be honest, I don't think I gave enough thought to the coin.
Mm-hmm.
I could literally see it being any modality.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know. I wasn't sure, but I was like, I'm probably femininity. Like, I'm
Yeah.
really like I give way real easy,
Yeah.
But with the masculine sensory, I think I was thinking like I can be really like pushy about things sometimes.
Mm.
I
Well, the
don't
things
know.
that you're pushy about, though, like maybe like your OI.
I mean, yeah, like I see that, but
Mm-hmm.
in the moment, I was thinking of like how I can break shit.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Well, there's
like
another
that kind of
anecdote that meets the
antidote.
die, right?
But yeah, it's like okay. And then I was thinking about like I don't know, um, like my dance classes and stuff, and I was thinking about like
Mm.
memory. I don't think my
Mm.
memory's that bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just was just like, maybe I'm masculine, but I mean, I could see, even then I was like, yeah, I could see feminine too.
Yeah.
Um, because like I lose my keys every day. Like, where are my keys? I don't know.
Well, I lose my here's another one, right? Like I lose my keys too, but it's more because I'm up in my head and I'm not paying attention to what I'm physically doing.
I mean, yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. But I just, once again, it's an anecdote. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's like
a
where do you
lot of people
yeah,
lose their keys.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like, I mean, I've been called like not ditzy, but like,
Mm.
or like people have said like, "Oh, your head's in the
Flighty.
clouds."
Hmm.
Slidey. I've never heard that.
Flighty. Like
Oh,
like
slidey.
right, yeah. Heads in
I
the
don't
clouds.
like
That
slidey.
makes sense. You don't like flighty. Okay, you're not flighty. Heads in the clouds.
Heads in the clouds. I've been told that.
I know better
That
than to argue with masculine FI.
no, you're fine. I just because flighty is like you can't rely on them for anything.
Mm.
In
Hmm.
my mind,
Mm.
that's how I see that word, and I'm just like, and I hated that was like so associated with my type in MBTI, and I was just like,
Mm.
I'm not like that. Like
Mm.
what? Because even what we were just talking about, like obligating myself to other
Yeah,
people, like
yeah.
I mean, I try not to do it, but if I do it, I'm coming through. Like,
Right,
but maybe I'm flighty because I try to not. You know what I
right.
mean? But like, I hate the thought of like, oh, like they can't keep their word or something. I'm just like, that's not true about me at all.
Right, like that can't be true. I'm not going to let that be true.
Yeah,
You've
yeah,
decided that that is a thing about you that you yeah. Yeah, that
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't like that stereotype as far as it pertains to myself.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can see why it exists, but
Right.
it's not true for me.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel similarly to a lot of things like with like the FE shaming thing and things like that. And I'm like, I don't like I hate that. Like or like passive aggressive, which I know passive aggressive might be more of a feminine
I mean, I
thing,
could
but
be passive aggressive. I can be. I don't mean
Right.
to be, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
that
but
9 energy.
oh, yeah, no. Oh my God, the crossover. Oh my gosh, one of these days I'm gonna have to start doing crossover stuff. So good. I don't know enough about it though to feel comfortable talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so interesting. All right, well, we have, I think, officially hit the hour mark.
Okay.
This is really fun. I'm really glad because
Yeah.
I always like leading up to these. I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Nobody likes this. Nobody, you know. And then when I do it, I'm like, that was fun. I want to do it again.
It's the play. It's
Mhm.
the play third. That's what it feels like to me. Because that's how I just described my sleep. I was just like, I
Oh,
only do it when I'm forced to, but when I do it, after I do it, I'm just like, oh, that was
yes,
so good.
yes, you're right. Oh my gosh, I'm dead.
It was so good. Why don't I do that more?
Right. Like I kind of, yeah. And you know, I will just say too is that like it's like I've been trying to also find moments where I can do play where it's not so contained. It's like I'm doing this play where I'm like, okay, we're going to do it this way. We're going to do these are the rules for the play, and here's the boundaries, and yada
Right,
yada
right,
yada.
right.
And that's not 100% play, right? Like,
Yeah, I did zero prep coming into this interview. Zero.
yeah, yeah. So I
I was
gotta,
just like, and it's funny because like I'll think about it. I'll be like, should I, should I think about this thing? Should I write these things down? And then I almost always decide, no.
right.
I'll just figure it out.
We'll see.
Yeah, like even going into a job interview, Kelly, when I say I don't prepare, like I know, so bad. I don't prepare.
Well, you practiced at it, so
I'm
you can do it. I gotta
underprepared for
practice
most
more.
things.
That's crazy. Well, I never know how to say goodbye, but I think
Yeah, me
we're good to
neither,
go,
because
right?
I'm savior play.
Yeah. Oh, right. I
I
forgot.
can
What
keep
was it?
going
The
and
one
going
night I was like,
forever.
y'all were talking, and you're like, "Oh, I want to go. I want to go," and you know, blah blah. And I was like, "Oh, here, you're welcome. Goodbye. We're shutting this off now."
Okay. It was a
All
good
right.
interview. We can end
Oh,
it.
good. I'm glad you had fun. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for
Talk to you later.
watching, everybody.
Yes. Thanks for coming
I
in.
hope we taught you something about MBTI. I don't know if this is a teaching video, but we hope you learned something either way.
Somebody's going to use this at some point as a reference point.
Yes.
So
Yes.
there we go. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.